It's on. Hello, and welcome to the 5,000 subscriber special. For the 5,000 subscriber special, I'm giving away this Snap-on 3/8 ratchet and this Snap-on metric socket set. Brand new, never been used. Now I got this ratchet directly from Snap-on, and it was wrapped in a piece of cardboard paper and some bubble wrap. It didn't come with a case or anything, so you're gonna get it as I got it, which is just like you see here. So what's it gonna take to win these things right here? Well, I really want to make it as random as possible and give everyone a chance to win it. You know what I'm saying? So I figure the best way to do it would be to use the forum. So this is how it's going to go down. Down in the description box, the first link you're going to see is going to take you to a thread on GMT Nation. All you have to do, make one post in that thread. You see, every post gets its own post number. And the way I see this happening, in my brain at least, is, you know, just say 20 people reply and you have replies 1 through 20. Well, all I'm going to do is take the numbers 1 through 20, put them into like random.org and randomly pick one number. Whoever had that post number, they get the stuff. So that's pretty much the best way I can make it, you know, totally random. I saw Mead16 did a contest on YouTube and somebody cheated, and that's pretty fucking lame, you know what I'm saying? So at least this way I can personally see if anybody's been cheating, and hopefully it doesn't come to that. I mean, we're only talking a couple $100 worth of tools. It's not like, you know, a couple $1,000 worth of tools, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Something important here, you know what I mean? This is all free, but I know a lot of you guys out there in like Saudi and France and all that shit, you guys are just as welcome to it, but I'm only going to cover shipping up to 30 bucks. I know it's kind of lame or whatever, but I think it's more than fair, you know. 30 bucks should get it over to your country, and the rest of it's on you. You know how some people do that, you know, import tax and all that shit. You know what I mean? So it's just something to consider if you live far away from me. I'm in the middle of nowhere, Delaware, United States. And like I said, I'll go up to 30 bucks. You know what I mean? If it's like, oh, well, 40 will get it to your country, maybe I'll let it slide. But don't let that discourage you from entering and trying to win this stuff, you know what I mean? This video should be up. Today is Sunday, the 20-something, I don't even know. I'm going to let it ride for 1 week. The thread will be open for 1 week to give everybody a chance to log in and you know, get their post in. And like I said, in a week from now, I'll close the thread, go through, make sure nobody cheated, and post up the results, and, you know, good luck to everybody. I want to say thanks to the owners of GMT Nation for letting me do this on the site. That's pretty cool. GMT Nation can't be held liable for this. This is all on me. You know what I mean? This isn't affiliated really with GMT Nation. This isn't affiliated with Snap-on. It's not really, you know, affiliated with anybody. So no one else can be held responsible if I get hit by a bus tomorrow. In the event that I do get hit by a bus, my wife knows the deal. You know what I mean? And she'll make sure that shit gets taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so since this contest is done by me, it's pretty much anybody can enter. You know what I mean? Other staff members on GMT Nation, you guys can enter to win. My man Ed H, who won the last giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, you're more than welcome to win this too. Pretty much anybody. You don't even have to be a subscriber. You don't even have to like me. I don't give a fuck. I just hope that the tools go to somebody that will use them. You know what I mean? So there you have it. That's the contest right there. For you guys that seen this pop up on your feed or whatever, we got the contest done first and out of the way. The rest of this video is just for me. So for all you Victor Duncan motherfuckers that, you know, say I talk too much or whatever, I'm talking for the rest of the video. So fuck y'all. Good luck, and I'll see you in a week. Got a full cup of this Wawa coffee. where have I been? Why haven't we seen anything since like May or something like that? I'll tell you what's been going on. See, a couple months ago, I got referred to wire up a 57 Chevy. And during the course of this, you might see some pictures pop up. These are just some of the cars that I've been working on and doing stuff to. I found out that there's a pretty big market for somebody who just wires up cars and loves freaking wiring, and that's got me all over it. After a couple months of doing that, I realized that that's kind of what I want to do from now on. I want to make it a full-time gig. And because I had a good couple months, I was able to tell my old job to go fuck themselves, which was fucking as awesome as it was in my dreams. So I'm telling you guys this because it goes hand in hand with where I've been, because I thought that, working for myself was going to be, I don't know, like, just blowing off work and taking my son down to the beach, or, going out and doing things, and it's not been like that at all. Some days I come home at 9 o'clock, I'm on the internet looking up parts, and it was a huge commitment on my end. It took some trial and error over a couple months to figure out a formula that works, that gives me, time to enjoy my life, and time to do stuff I like doing, like making videos and stuff like that. So I think we're over the hump. I just did something pretty freaking awesome that's really going to allow me to do more stuff here on YouTube, which is pretty cool, something I like doing. The only bitch is going to be that my wife pretty much can't be involved, so that sucks. This is not, I didn't really say that, I wanted to tell you guys this stuff so that you guys knew what was going on, not so that I could promote myself, and try to say, hey, get your car wired up down at my shop, you know what I mean? It's not really for that, because fuck promoting your stuff, you know what I mean? At least around here in the middle of nowhere, word of mouth is everything, you know what I'm saying? And word of mouth is going really good for me right now, so that's pretty cool. Now, speaking of promoted stuff, I talked about this at the Carlisle Truck Show this year, and I want to talk about it again here. Promoted stuff. Okay, just so everyone knows, I did not ask YouTube to promote a couple of my videos. I did not pay to promote a couple of my videos. I did not troll any forums to promote my videos. I just woke up and a couple of my videos had been promoted, which fucking sucks. Because with YouTube promoting videos, I'm getting an audience that I do not want. You know what I mean? Basically, if you don't have a fucking Chevy Trailblazer, or you don't have a Chevy pickup, or any of those trucks we've been covering here, I really don't want you watching it, because the stuff that I show that's specific, especially for the Trailblazer 4.2, it only applies to that truck. I don't know how to unpromote videos, so all I did was just turn the comments and likes off of, it was the spark plug video and the throttle body video. Because the amount of fucking retards that came on there posting that don't even have those trucks are trying to drop some knowledge. And it ain't going to happen, you know what I'm saying? See, in stuff like the spark plug video for the i6 Trailblazers, that's unique to that engine. What I did for the Trailblazer i6 spark plugs is totally different than the way I would do it on like my V8 pickup. Specifically gapping the plugs. People went apeshit over me not gapping the spark plugs, Despite me saying, hey, they have these little plastic sleeves in here that's going to prevent the plugs from being damaged during shipping or whatever. Despite the fact that I've probably replaced more spark plugs than everyone most people knows combined, you know what I mean? They still were just like, how dare you not gap spark plugs? Well, it's iridium tip plugs. I'm not going to gap, you know what I mean? I don't want people like that to watch my shit, and really I don't want people like that to comment on my shit, because they have no fucking idea what they're talking about. What was even worse was, someone would ask a question, what should I gap? I got the whatever plugs not recommended, what do I gap them to? Somebody would come along and reply and say, this idiot doesn't know what he's doing. Come check out my video, I show you how to properly gap spark plugs. Well, you don't need to promote your garbage fucking YouTube channels on my channel, you know what I mean? Fuck you, you know what I'm saying? And if you're going to actually gap an iridium tip plug, I'm glad you're not working on my truck, you know what I'm saying? With the throttle body video, these idiots were coming out saying, You don't have to do that shit. You can just hold the throttle plate open and screw. Okay, we're going by statistics here. These new fucking assholes that just happened to watch my video because it was promoted didn't understand that I've been on the forum for like 7.5 fucking years, and there have been countless times where throttle body cleaning didn't fix a car because they never took the throttle body off and really got that fucking ridge out of the back side of the throttle body. Some people say that I'm a hater against other YouTube channels or whatever, you know what I mean, but they don't know the whole fucking story. So I'm going to give you guys a couple examples of stuff that happened to me out in the driveway. So, I don't know, maybe it was 1.5 years, 2 years ago, something like that. I had a German car that the horn didn't work. Here in Delaware, the horn has to work to pass motor vehicle inspection. So the horn didn't work, and really what I needed to know in this German car was where the fuck the horn relay was. So I Googled this particular car horn relay, and I found a 6-minute video that explained how the horns worked. Not only did the guy not show where the horn relay was, he didn't even say the words horn relay in the fucking video. Well, the reason why I found that video was because down in the tags it said horn relay. It wasn't that I didn't like the guy, I didn't like the fact that he put the fucking relay in the fucking tag, and then I've wasted 6 minutes of my life and I'm no further ahead than when I started. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a couple videos as of late, you know, I do stuff like, this only applies to this specific fucking vehicle. You know what I mean? Not, you know, just throw out these vague fucking titles so I could get more views. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. Side note, I did get it figured out. You know what I mean? So, fuck you, thanks for nothing. I had a minivan here, and the guy wanted the cabin filter replaced. So I went on over to YouTube, hit Dodge Caravan air filter. Got this video, man. I'm watching it. I'm looking at it. Looks exactly like the van I'm working on. So they pulled the glove box out, and I can see the same HVAC box that the Caravan I'm working on has. I'm like, fat, how the fuck to get it off? The camera cuts, and the dude's holding a dirty air filter in his hand. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Well, maybe they fucked up somewhere. You know what I mean? Well, come to find out, that particular style Caravan with that particular style HVAC box does not have a cabin air filter in it. Again, another time that I wasted 5 minutes of my fucking life because of deception. I feel that, you know, the guy should have said, you know, if you pull the glove box down and your shit looks like this video does not apply to you. You know what I mean? And it would have taken 5 fucking minutes to make something like that and edit it in. An hour if you're me. But doing that stuff right from the very beginning, and, you know, just to say, you know, if you have this, don't do this, you know, would have saved me, and from what I read, a lot of other people some fucking aggravation. Why didn't I go and make a video for the cabin air filter? Well, I'm not a Dodge Caravan fucking cabin air filter channel, you know what I mean? There's been plenty of things that I've did for other vehicles that I just don't show. Like I did this whole video for GM 38. It's got that fuel pressure regulator, the one that always leaks. Everything on the front was good. Something, whether it was the pump or something like that, was leaking down internally. And I never got to actually fix that car. The owner decided that they were just going to live with it. So I never made that video. It would have been pretty stupid to make one video for the car, because if someone was, you know, having a running rich problem, or, you know, the fuel pressure leaking down overnight, I didn't have every possible scenario fixed for it. I know that's kind of unrealistic to say that, you know, I should have every possible scenario, because that's impossible. But I would at least had to do the basics of it, like replacing the fuel pressure regulator and how to clamp off the return line and, you know, other stuff like that. Also, no longer am I an unpaid tobacco spokesperson. The critics can kiss my ass, you know what I mean? I don't really give 2 fucks. Dealing with anonymous fuckstick critics on the internet is one thing, but I've got to deal with critics in real life on almost a daily basis. I worked for someone who had super tech syndrome. What is super tech syndrome? Super tech syndrome is when you think you are the greatest thing that ever happened to auto repair. You know the answer to everything. You can diagnose a car without even seeing it. You can diagnose a car without even knowing what the problem is. You've been there, you've done it all. You know what I mean? You're fucking awesome. You're also a fucking joke. So what happened was one day a little Toyota came in and the rear defroster was not working. And I watched this dude spend hours trying to diagnose this problem. Dude, there wasn't any computers involved or none of that happy shit. It was just a basic fucking rear defroster, and he spent hours trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Hours. Hours. There's not much to making a rear defroster work. You know what I'm saying? Hours. And the guy was getting all pissed off, like, oh, I don't know what the fuck, man. Fuck this piece of shit car, blah, blah, blah. And you know why that was? It was because he never seen it before. Look, I worked at the dealership for like 7 years or whatever. And whenever a new car came out and had a problem, I never worked on it before. That's something I dealt with on a daily basis, was working on stuff that you've never worked on before. Every time one of those cars came in, it was like a crash course, you know? Determining how the system worked. What tests can I do? Determining the need of repair, making the repair. You know, that was on a daily basis. It was at that point I got an idea that, you know, this is a little bit deceptive. I mean, this dude is not as good as he claims he is, you know what I mean? So yeah, I rolled out of that shop and basically just said, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? They were a little bit pissed off when I left. And I was threatened with a bad job reference. Ooh, I'm fucking scared that, you know, you're going to leave me a bad job reference. I don't think anybody would care what you have to say. I mean, just look at one of your top-notch quality repairs here. Some things are just unbelievable. You got a ground wire to a butt connector, to a butt connector, to a butt connector, to a headlight socket. Wow. Well, because this is a super old cell phone video, I can't really upload it into Elements, so I'm kind of just going to have to show you this while I'm holding the camera. So watch this. Oh, what's going on here? Whoa! What is that? Is that a gaggle of fucking butt connectors in a door harness? Oh, yeah! Man, that was pretty fucking sweet. Yeah, the thing about that car, with all those butt connectors in the door harness, is that when it came back after those butt connectors failed, the guy got charged again for doing the repair again. And you can bet your ass that they were just putting more butt connectors in there. You know what I'm saying? It's just unreal, you know. Well, it felt good to get all that shit off my chest. You know what I mean? I feel much better now. It's also going to help to get some of these older footages off my computer. Pretty cool. Well, I think that about wraps up the 5,000 subscriber special. I want to send in a couple quick thank yous to a couple people that are important. I want to say thanks to my man Boss Ross for pointing me in the right direction. I want to say thanks to the wife for running the camera for the past 2.5 seasons. You helped get us where we are now, and thanks for all your hard work. I want to say thanks to the owners of GMT Nation for allowing me to have the contest. Thanks, guys. And I also want to say thanks to the subscribers. That's you guys. You guys out there working on your own stuff, you know what I mean? Whether or not you like what I do or don't like what I do, that's irrelevant. The fact is that you're searching out the information, you're finding it, you're using it, you're fixing your own car, and you're making a lot of other mechanics mad as fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually reading off a notepad. I don't really write out like full scripts or whatever, but I write these things down so I know that I don't miss anything. And, oh, I did miss something. Fuck.